Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where so many great events have unfolded over the years, and today this crowd is charged up for a big USC Trojans home game. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement, big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Trojans will kick this deep to get us going. Returner decides to fair catch this. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They're going to run it. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So on the opening drive, they're backed up here now, 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
And the Huskers have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the first down in the process.
The Cornhuskers keep the football on the move. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wall. Intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Well, Chris, this was my big fear for this offense coming into this game. And here we see it on the opening drive, taking a chance, trying to make a play, but you can't do that against these guys. One of the top pass defenses in the country steps in front of it to give their own offense a really good chance to put points on the board.
Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Taken to the 35, good enough for a first down.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Here's the second down play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to throw yet again. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
The middle linebacker is the quarterback of the defense. This time, the coordinator decides to blitz him, and it works. Good job by bringing him and getting to the quarterback.
And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Grab down the middle. It's McDaniel. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's McDaniel. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time, the big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
Grab near the sticks. It's McDaniel. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. It's not the way you want to start. First down and 20 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. So the head coach will take advantage of that mistake by the offense and accept the penalty. The Cornhuskers with 1st and 10 here. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Lets it go. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Tipped and then drops. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And he scores. Touchdown, Huskers.
Chris, I don't blame him at all for taking advantage of this matchup. Put that receiver out on the left. If he gets the matchup you like, take a shot downfield on the post and hit it for a big touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. Trojans offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the catch. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick completion to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And they get the completion. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Nebraska 7, USC 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he throws his third interception of the day.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception on the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game, or he's going to cost his team a game.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Tackle, but first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SC. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Nice gain. Moves the ball to the 47. Another first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got a man down the middle. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. Throws it to the right. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Pulls it in. It's Lewis. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
The Huskers lining up here on 1st and 10. Looks to the left. Pass caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackle at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person
fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and his quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the USC offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. Offense moving to a bunch formation. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And there's the handoff. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Can he take it all the way? The 30. Inside the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 17, set to kick off.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Grab behind the line. It's Louise. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a 4th down call. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. And they'll kick it away here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here before halftime, wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive at this point. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Brought down after a short return, back to pick. Sets up the offense at the 39.
At this point, the offensive coordinator has to think about going to the other quarterback. That's his 4th interception in this game alone. He's throwing the ball in the coverage, and the defense is making him pay for it.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. He's looking to scramble. Football comes out. The defense recovers the fumble.
Chris, this could end up being a critical play in this game. If they don't have a chance to come back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently, if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
And the junior gets home making a sack there. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs here. Breaking free at the 35. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick this deep to begin the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Doesn't hold on. A good hit by the D.
Third and short, your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. That's caught. It's McDaniel. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Took contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Lewis. A reception gets about 7 yards. Fourth down coming up here.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
Ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. Instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Short return tackle made at the 27. Crucial takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the USC offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Using his legs, it's Ruiz.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And they heave it deep downfield. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. And they bring them down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game through. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. They do it for a 2nd time. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And the result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. It's a fumble. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day.
By Nebraska. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost him anything, and they put together something here. And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Huskers.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
They convert the PATs, so the lead is now 21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
28, USC 7.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they bring the football to the 25-yard line. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Receiver makes the grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Nebraska 28, USC 7.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's a target, and it's complete. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hasn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Catch hauled in here over the middle.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. He went out of bounds, but not before taken up enough for a first down.
You call a quick out on 3rd down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, I'm surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath cover.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Southern California.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in his football game.
Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Heading left after the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Boy, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. They can put the game away right here. It's first and goal. They'll test the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
To talk strategy here.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Okay, ready?
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they're able to get him down.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down.
It's now fourth and goal.
The Cornhuskers will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. QB to the tight end for a completion. And he cannot get in. The defense rises up, makes a stand. Turnover on downs.
Wow, Chris, I don't know. You got control of this game, and you go for it here? A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Hey, positive yards here. Fourth quarter trailing really close to the 2-minute mark here. But I love the fact he's able to get out of bounds, preserve that clock. Let's see if they can take some shots downfield to get points on the board.
They look to throw it here on second down. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking right, this one caught. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
First down, we're going to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Trojans.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this 2-point conversion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The pass rush. And here comes a deep shot. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. It's caught downfield. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Running out of time in the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. And he'll set up to throw. And it falls incomplete.
Hey, great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's an out route, the catch made, and the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
At this point in the game, Chris, these guys have got to get the ball thrown downfield. You're down by a couple possessions. The clock is becoming your enemy. You need vertical shots downfield. These short gains are not going to help you.
The receiver makes the catch. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Offense getting ready for their last drive. Time ticking away here in the final quarter. The pocket breaking down. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running back has it on a screen now. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from him. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Ruiz. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down. Well, going to the line here with the clock running. And looking to throw now on first down. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's everything you could hope for here for an offense. They make a nice completion here. The thing that really stood out to me, your fourth quarter, late in the game, the clock is essential. Get out of bounds when you can. Get a first down when you can. He does both here to set up the offense here nicely.
And the Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. A completion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.